And our next item on our agenda is recognition of Scott Phillips, the recipient of the 24-25 NCACC Heroic Hands Award. And I think Drew's going to handle this for us.
Yes, sir. Scott, would you like to come down to the podium where we can watch you turning red, maybe? Or And I'm glad to see Scott's wife, Jennifer, here tonight, too. We saw her Saturday night and see her again tonight. Well, it really gives me great pleasure to, there we go. I'm doing multiple jobs tonight, including advancing the slides. My brain's not big enough to do all of this. Every year, the president of, I'm getting another high sign. Jessica, what do I need to do? Huh? There we go. Okay. Every year, the president of NCACC announces a presidential initiative. And this year, President T. Davis from Warren County decided that his initiative would be something called Heroic Hands, Celebrating Public Service, with a mission to highlight the value of having a career in public service, to work with state leaders and partners to promote workforce training needs in local government, and to help create a better pipeline of public service employees to fill county jobs. And the nomination for Scott is still a little bit of a mystery, and so he didn't know to attend the annual NCACC conference where his photograph and this sort of version of his bio were included. But I took a picture of it and sent it to him, and he said, "Oh, okay, good." But I can't think of a county employee who is more deserving of this award. And so I'm going to read this paragraph here and maybe add a few things and then invite commissioners to say a few words if they wish. The Granville County honoree is Development Services Director Scott Phillips. Scott has served Granville County for over 26 years, transitioning from the private construction sector after being hired by former county manager Dudley Watts. He oversees all county buildings, both new and old, and manages the planning, zoning, and inspections departments. Scott played a key role in building the county's first major recreation park, a multi-million-dollar senior center, 2 new alcoholic beverage control stores, a river park, and numerous major building remodels and upgrades. Despite facing a profound personal loss while working for the county, Scott channeled his energy into community support efforts within Granville County. Known for his mentorship, he has guided many, both inside and outside the organization. I would include myself in that. Scott's dedication, leadership, and resilience have made a lasting impact on the county and those around him. I would add that, we have a very young group of building inspectors, and I think Scott has really made it one of his missions in life to kind of bring them on, train them up, and sometimes we lose them, but that is also a tribute to what you do with them and for them, that they're so well trained that other people want them as well. So with that, Scott, you have my great appreciation, and before we invite you to say a few words, I'm going to invite commissioners to say a few as well.
I have known Scott and Jennifer since they moved to Oxford. We all attended the same church, and I think when Scott first took his job under Dudley Watts, I met him and knew him then. And Jennifer, he's one of the most humble people that I know, and I'm being sincere when I say that. Matter of fact, Jennifer just told me she didn't know about this till last night. Or maybe it was even sooner than that. The ABC board built 2 buildings in the last 5 years, 2 new stores, one in Butner and one here in Oxford. Scott was our go-to person. We would meet with the architect, engineers, builders weekly, and when they got finished telling us what they were doing, I'd look at Scott and say, "What'd they say? What are they doing?" And he was the go-to guy. So from a personal standpoint, I've known Scott since he's been in Oxford, and Jennifer, and they're a wonderful couple. And Oxford, Granville County is very lucky to have them, not just as his role, but as as an asset to the community. Thank you, Scott.
Scott, I hadn't known you very long, but in the short time I've known you, I've seen the many, many different things that you do and you've accomplished. Most notable to me was that senior center at Stovall, which is a great accomplishment, and thank you for everything you did for that. You brought the project in under budget and on time, and that's a great accomplishment in today's society. I know you wear a lot of hats and you have a big job, and I just applaud you for the wonderful job you do, and I hope to keep working with you for many, many years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scott, I remember when you was hired back on the Dudley Watts, and that you came to us running, and you have.
I've slowed down a bit, though.
But you came to us, and you have done a fantastic job on every project comes up. You have manned it, worked hard, and we appreciate all the service that you have done and gonna do for us. I just like to say thank you. Personally, thank you. You've been a good friend of mine, and anything I call on and I wanted to know, you tell me the truth and you tell me. And I appreciate it. And thank you.
Thank you.
Scott, thank you for all you do. I'm still amazed at what all your job encompasses, and you know, not only that, what you do for the county, but what you do outside your job, volunteering and being on different committees and such. And I want you to know I appreciate everything you've done for the county and continue to do. And it's been a real pleasure getting to know you and working with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scott, I just want to say how much I have just enjoyed and been so impressed over the years. Many people have had a chance to see the evidence of different projects, and I do want to say that one thing about this season we were in when we needed to move our animal control from across from where McDonald's is now, we were under some pressure, let's just say, to get some things done. And I remember your diligence out there to make sure we could get that done. And it really took a lot of pressure off of this board to get something moving. And the thing that I want to share with you, and some people may not know, this is really related to Scott Phillips, the person. We had a young man in this county who had had some challenges in life, and you took that young man under your wings and tried to let him see another perspective in life. So while I'm just so impressed with all the projects, all the work, I'm even more impressed with Scott Phillips, the man. And I just want to say thank you for being a friend. Thank you for your dedication to this county. And we'll always be indebted to how much you saved us money-wise, but I'm grateful to you. For those who don't know, I've known people in the community doing things, and they ask me what they think, and I said, well, I don't know, but I know a man named Scott Phillips. We can call him. He can tell you what you need to do. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Scott, congratulations. I think what you remind me most of is a North Carolina State motto, to be rather than to seem. And you give it to us like it is, whether we like it or not, but you don't vanilla it. You give it right to us, and I appreciate that, and that you do so in a way that challenges us to be better commissioners, better people. And I know from your personal tragedy and the conversations we've had, how it's changed you, and still, what a good man you are. And I want you to know that it's a pleasure to work with you and to take advice from you when needed. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope I'm not last, boy. It says the bar is way high. But anyway, Scott, well deserved. I'm glad to see that when we enumerated it onto one page, it just put numerous major building projects. I mean, I'm thinking through, and we mentioned animal control and the jail and the libraries and this building right here and, so on and so forth, Triangle North. I mean, we can go on, and when you start naming stuff, you get in trouble, right? So it's more like a 3-page document instead of one, but it's been an honor and a privilege to have you as amongst our staff. So outstanding, well-deserved award. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Scott, you don't have to say anything, but
Well, I was
if
gonna
you
say,
would
you know,
like to, you're more than welcome to.
It's humbling, to say the least, but I think in anything that we do, we've always tried to approach as a team. I think that's how you're successful, is working with the team. And there's a lot of great people, and men and women both, in our organization that's kind of helped me along this path. So I appreciate, the achievement, but I didn't do it alone. I mean, it took a team. I'm just a small part of that team, but I certainly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.